let's continue our journey on SwiftUI with our next speaker, and please welcome Thomas.
Yeah. Hi everyone. Today I will talk to you about SwiftUI, obviously, and how we use it at scale in the Medium application. So I will be your SwiftUI salesman today. So why would you want to use SwiftUI? I have a very boring list of bullet points here. Simply because, well, it's less code, right? And more fun. So that's really why you want to use SwiftUI. And if you didn't got it, I got one more slide full of bullet points. And yeah, it's because it's less code and more fun. But now that you get it, and of course you got it because it was very explicit, we'll get to some other very boring example. So exhibit A. Design and product, they come to you with a perfect application and the most beautiful list they ever designed. And I tell you, yeah, please implement that. We want that. It's an app for French kids. And you do your best UI table you ever did. It's the best app you ever did. Like you use like the most up-to-date UI kit API. And they come to you a bit later and tell you, we might need some scrollable horizontal carousel at the top. And you're like, oh, I might have do a UI collection view. It happened to me like for 10 years, and actually that's not true. Like since SwiftUI, it didn't happen to me, but yeah, you're like, yeah, maybe I should have used UI collection view. So with UI kit, what you do for doing that? You're setting up your nice UI table view using the flavor of the day. Maybe it's delegate data source pattern. Maybe it's developable data source. Maybe this new thing with cell configuration. You're making UI table view sale with nice auto layout or Xib if you're still like dinosaur. You place everything by hand, like drag and drop if you're really like still using this, or like add to view, stuff like that. And you realize that the new design might be nice with a UI collection view instead, so you write everything to fight UI collection view, which not that much, but it's still a lot. And suddenly like raising ship somewhere else than in the iOS world sounds like a good idea. With SwiftUI, you can do this list in 5 lines. And if you want to add this new section on top, you do 5 more lines, and you're done. Just I left out the UI for the cell, but it's 3 more lines of code. Well, I have one more boring example for you. You want to do this awesome like Tinder for movie, where you can swap left, swap right, and it's very custom. You know that with auto layout it would be like a headache to do that. It's not a list. It's not a stack with anyway. With UIKit, how you do that? You instead just configure all your views. Add views, like hundreds of lines of code of that. You add your layout constraint, same. You can use like something like cartography, maybe your own helpers. You wrote like many of them, I'm sure. Or you can use this ASCII format. I have no idea how to use that. I just know that it exists, and some people are very proud that they know how to use it. I never got around of using it. You have to run your app on multiple devices. And you could use UI stack view. It's actually very nice. It looks like SwiftUI. It's not SwiftUI. You can stack them, different stack view within stack view on stuff like that. But it's still a lot of code. And with SwiftUI, you can describe this view very simply. It's more than 5 lines of code, but it's still like you can understand that it's just some VStack and HTAG and some spacer, and you got this. And I have a screenshot of it running, so I'm not lying to you. And you can add more preview if you want, so you can preview it in dark mode, in light mode, you can preview it on iPad, on a lot of different devices at the same time. Preview is working okay right now. You got this. But, so this was nice, but why at scale then? Well, what I demonstrate to you like with simple list and stuff like that, it's what we use in the Medium application. It's full of SwiftUI and used by millions of people. And we actually like write a lot of SwiftUI these days. We have a ton of new features in SwiftUI. When Glows got acquired by Medium, we made a new list feature, and it's fully in SwiftUI. So you can make a list of stories. You can create a list. So there is some text input, and you can add stories inside. You can share it, and all of that is in SwiftUI. And it's really great because it was really fast to iterate and to make this. The recommendation screen, we wrote that very recently also. It's a list of entities, so we have some generic SwiftUI code we can use with any entities like topics, users, publication, and well, it's all in SwiftUI also. And a lot more. We wrote like different part of the app. The edit profile is in SwiftUI. Your highlight also. Recently we wrote activities, so all your notifications are also in SwiftUI. And basically, yeah, it's some list, it's some input, and we also have responses which are in SwiftUI, with which we actually have to work around the keyboard a lot. But yeah, it's also like fully in SwiftUI for the responses. But it's not about SwiftUI just for SwiftUI. So with SwiftUI, we can take full advantages of Swift packages. So when doing this new feature, writing these features in SwiftUI, we move that to feature packages. And with that, we get like much faster compile time. You can work on your feature isolated, have your preview running without compiling your whole application. So we have just this, we can just compile the activity features, have our preview running, and without compiling the whole app. And we're happy. We are trying it on the whole application, of course. We can use SwiftUI previews when it works. It's much better in the latest version of Xcode. As I said before, less code, like it's very little amount of code for having those UI running. Basically, you can focus more your time into like polishing and other part of the code than just wiring up the UI together. And yeah, it's much faster to make new feature because making change and previewing them like is saving a bunch of time we can use for other things. So of course, what I'm saying here, like not all screen and feature are made for SwiftUI. So why is it a mistake to have SwiftUI into Medium? Well, 99% of the time, no. Sure, it's a little bit harder to test. The framework are not there yet. We have to make some compromise sometime on what to test and how to test it. SwiftUI is linked on the version shipped in the iOS device. So what you have in the simulator, you also have to test on device, and sometimes you have to test on iOS 14, iOS 14.1, iOS 15, iOS 16, and you could get a little bit different behavior, and you could have to use some workaround, but it's getting much better, and it's not that time consuming. Yeah, and as I said, like because of that, we have some runtime differences, and I had to make this slide with what's the mistake, because if there was no mistake, you would not believe me. And high-level component like navigation stack and lists have a lot of free behavior. I call free behavior, like if you make a list, it will have separator, it will have like divider and inset. And it's okay. You can customize it now. It got much better in iOS 16, but yeah, it was hard to customize. It was harder to customize in some cases. So all in all, we are really happy with, of course, with using SwiftUI. And well, that was a quick talk to tell you what we do at Medium with SwiftUI. Thank you.